My name's Jordan Pankratz. My degree is operations and supply chain management. I just graduated in May, and I just got a job as a procurement agent at Boeing. Originally, when I started at UNT, I didn't really know what I was even going to major in, to be honest. So it probably took me like 2 years to really figure out exactly what I wanted to major in. I ended up deciding on supply chain management, and I guess my plan was pretty much always just to graduate and find a job as soon as I could, just so I could become independent and kind of relieve some stress on my family and just kind of go out on my own. So yeah, and that's pretty much exactly what happened. My advice would be definitely find an internship if you haven't done that already. That can help a lot. It gives you a lot of experience. And in school you're learning about all these things, you're getting a lot of information, but it's kind of nice to get an internship and maybe something that you're a little bit interested in, because then you can go and actually do it, and it's kind of like a test or like a trial run, I guess, for them and for you, because you get to see like, all right, well, is this something that I actually want to do when I graduate? Plus it looks really good on your resume, of course. um, Other than that, I would say definitely try to, if you're up for it, try to find extra activities that you can do that kind of interest you, but also make you stand out that you could put on your resume. Like I started doing case competitions with supply chain management professors and other students. Like we went to Utah, which was a really cool trip. And I got to put that on my resume, and I talked about that in pretty much all my interviews. I would definitely recommend doing something like that. Besides the fact that you can put it on your resume, it was a really fun experience, and I got to travel as well, which was really nice. But I know that not everyone will be able to do that, but just try to do whatever you can. After doing all of that, I would just say if you've already graduated and are just looking for a job, all I would say is just keep applying. Every day, if you can. Obviously, it can be a little emotionally degrading. I definitely went through some of that. So, apply every day if you can, but, take some break days if you have to. Try to apply to like 10 jobs in a day, or if you're feeling really good, more. Um, but just keep doing it consistently. And yeah, you'll eventually get lucky and at least get some interviews. The supply chain program, I think, was really good in general. For sure, I think there was a lot of really good professors. Um, Michael Savoy, Oja was a great professor. He's like an operations side of supply chain management. He was really nice. And I also got to do some competitions, the case competitions, like I was talking about before. Those were really interesting, and I think they prepared me more for getting a job than. I mean, obviously, all the knowledge and information helps a lot, but I think having the case competitions as like an event that you can actually do, and you actually get to like interact, and maybe a little bit more of like a group environment that's like kind of more professional in a way. Um, that's definitely a really, really prepared me. But yeah, and I got to work with Michael Savoy, Suman on those case competitions, and that was really nice, as well as other students who were really cool people also. So I think, yeah, overall, I think it was great. Oh, also the Career Center, I have to shout them out, of course. Brian Hirsch helped a lot with getting a job. Absolutely. Because of Corona, I basically had no opportunities to go to like career fairs or anything like that. I mean, I know they have like webinars and stuff like that, but I honestly didn't really take advantage of that. I just applied online through LinkedIn or Indeed um, pretty much every day. Not every day, but I try to be pretty consistent about it as much as I could. What I would mostly do actually is because I think that companies look at their website before they look at Indeed or LinkedIn applications. So I would really just try to find like jobs on LinkedIn or Indeed. And then if I went to apply for it and it didn't take me to that company's website, I would just go to the company's website and apply there. Because I think that you have a higher chance of getting some kind of response if you do that. Like I probably applied to like 100 LinkedIn jobs, like through LinkedIn's system or whatever. And I maybe got like 2 responses or something. So, but I think Indeed is a lot better for sure. But I would say if you can, try to go to the company's website. But that would be my only advice for that. The toughest interview question that I was asked was, and I hadn't thought of this beforehand, but they basically asked, what is a time that you made a mistake and how did you fix it, or how did you like repair your mistake or whatever. And yeah, I pretty much just had to come up with something on the fly. And I don't know if it was very good, but um, that was just one of the interviews that I had. But yeah, I would definitely try to at least think about an answer for that question, because I found when I was thinking of an answer, like in the middle of the interview, which obviously I had to think really quickly, I kept thinking of things that I thought could come off in a bad way. So definitely think about that beforehand. So the Career Center at UNT helped me a lot. I would say probably the first thing you should do if you're trying to find a job straight out of graduation is contact the Career Center. They helped fix my resume up so it looked way more professional. They're very helpful with that. Also, they helped with one of the things is Brian Hirsch specifically. He will have a meeting with you if you want, and he'll just talk through like your situation, what kind of jobs they're looking for, and kind of just walk through with you and figure out like what your best next steps are. And that is really helpful. Also, he also mentioned that this Mean Green Mentor program. So I signed up for that, and it was really good. I think I talked to 2 people on there. It's super easy. You just like connect kind of with people that are like similar fields as what you're going into. And then you can talk to them for a short amount of time, just say your greetings, and then usually you'll set up some kind of meeting, like a phone call or something like that. And I got to talk to 2 people for about an hour, maybe a little bit more. And that was really nice. I think it's just really cool getting a chance to hear from people that are actually like already have jobs. Kind of makes it seem more achievable in a way. And you can ask them tons of questions, about anything that you're thinking about, and they will gladly answer. They're all very nice. And also, if you like match with somebody and have a meeting with them, but they're not really directly in like your area that you're looking at. Like for instance, one of the people I talked to was uh, a marketing employee, but obviously supply chain is not the same as marketing. But she happened to know the manager of their purchasing team at their company. So she just helped set up a meeting with me, which was amazing. And I got to talk to him for like 30 minutes, I believe. And he answered a lot of questions that I had. And um, yeah, that was really awesome. So even if you feel like, I mean, you should be able to get something out of pretty much everybody on that website, but I would highly recommend doing that. So yeah, to basically close out my advice for anybody watching this, I would just say, I started off college not really knowing at all what I wanted to do, and I ended up finding a major, and now I've gotten a job. Um, I guess I would just say don't give up. It's looking pretty bleak right now with the environment that we're in. You know, just keep trying and you'll eventually get lucky. One thing I would say to close out is don't limit yourself if you can. If you're not held down, don't limit yourself to like Texas or Dallas. You know, apply to places outside of this area, and you open up your possibilities 100 times, or maybe even more. So, yeah, that'd pretty much be my last advice. Just keep trying, don't give up, and open your possibilities.